Tonight, live from the rinks in a snowy Hauppauge, New York, the Stony Brook Seawolves take on Westchester University in an ESCHL divisional matchup. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. Return home for their final two regular season games following another successful road trip, taking 2 games from the University of Rhode Island last weekend. The Seawolves dominated URI in the first game, eventually winning that game 5-3, and then taking the second game in a much tighter game, 4-3. The winning goal in that second game scored by Wes Hawkins on a breakaway midway through the third period. And the Seawolves have had a couple of successful road trips recently against Delaware and also against URI. And we'll finish up the regular season tonight and tomorrow against Westchester University. The Seawolves are currently looking to extend their current 7-game winning streak and end the regular season in winning fashion. With 2 wins this weekend over Westchester, that would place the Seawolves first overall in their division. And it's already going to award them a first-round bye anyway, but for the most part, they will have a first-round bye and definitely cinch that with 2 wins this weekend. And by the way, the ESCHL playoffs are going to be played right here in the Seawolves home arena, and we will carry all of the games of the playoffs on Seawolves Hockey Live. So you can tune in and watch all those games by going to www.stonybrookhockey.com and tune in. And we'll also have some DVDs available if anybody wants to buy them. We'll have them available as well at the rinks and maybe possibly through the internet as well, but we'll see more about that later on. So tonight, the Seawolves are going to play a team that really has nowhere to go. They're sitting, I think, currently last in the division. We'll go through that more. But more importantly, it's a snowy weekend here, and a lot of folks are not going to make it down to the rink. It's going to probably be pretty empty, so there will be no home advantage as far as fans go. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how what kind of emotion the Seawolves come out with tonight and what they play with. But they've had a very successful year so far, and I'm sure they're going to rise to the occasion and realize that these 2 games are games that on paper they should win. But, you know, they say on any given day, the best team on any given day wins the game. So if Stony Brook comes out and plays their best, they should come out on top. If Westchester comes out and plays their best 2 games of the season, who knows what could happen. So we'll see how it goes. No matter how it turns out this weekend, the Stony Brook Seawolves have had a very special year. Some of the reasons behind the success of the Seawolves this year, we can start with coach and general manager Chris Garofalo on successfully recruiting some new players who've come in and contributed right away, and a very, very solid defense core, probably the best we've seen here in years. And, of course, depth in offense and creating a better power play always helps. And last but not least, exceptional solid goaltending. All 3 are necessary components for any team to win and also to win championships. So, more importantly, the Stony Brook Seawolves have their eyes set for the playoffs next weekend and then the Nationals coming up right after that. Right now, the Seawolves are currently ranked, from what I understand, 5th. They actually moved up a spot, so they're 5th in the country. And we're going to, talk about some of the players tonight who are going to be leaving. We got some seniors on both sides. So they'll be playing out their regular season, and we'll try to mention them along the way. But we're going to take another short break. The teams will be on the ice in a couple of minutes, and we're going to go through a player's spotlight with you guys to talk about all the leading scorers for both squads. So stay tuned. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live, and we'll be right back. Go over the team records real quickly. Overall team records for the Stony Brook Seawolves this year: 22 wins, 4 losses, and 1 overtime loss and 2 shootout losses. Goals for the Seawolves this year: 133. Goals against, 85. At home and away, the Seawolves record is identical: 11-2. And actually, I apologize. Home is 11-2. And 1 overtime loss and 1 shootout loss, and their away record is 11-0 with 1 shootout, overtime loss, and 1 shootout loss. For Westchester overall, they are 12 wins and 15 losses, 3 overtime losses, 1 shootout loss. Goals for 94, goals against 117. At home, they're 4-10, 2 overtime losses, 42 goals for, 66 against. Away, they're 8-5 with an overtime loss and a shootout loss. A little better on the road, actually, with 52 for and 51 against. Now it's time for our Players Spotlight. We'll shoot over to the Stony Brook Seawolves, and first player we'll pick on tonight is number 13, Ryan Kotkamp. Ryan, in 27 games, has 24 goals, 20 assists for 44 points, 6 power play goals, 2 shorthanded goals, and 20 minutes of penalties. He also has a game winner. Next up is co-captain, number 27, Dan Casano. Dan, in 29 games, has 11 goals. Been a hot streak lately, scoring a lot of goals lately, Dan. And 28 assists for a total of 39 points. And he's perfect. He doesn't have any penalty minutes this year. If you can imagine that, and if you watch Dan Casano play, you can realize he's a hard-nosed player, but he's a smart player. He does not take penalties. Next up, number 23, Vin Lopes. In 26 games, Vin Lopes has 11 goals, 20 assists for 31 points. He's got 3 power play goals, a shorthanded goal, 68 minutes in penalties, and a game winner. So those are the top 3 for the Seawolves. We're also going to spotlight the goaltenders. In nets tonight for the Seawolves will be number 39, Brendan Jones. In 18 games played, Brendan's record is 12 wins and 5 losses. He's got a 3.03 goals against average and a .90 save percentage. Backing up him tonight will be number 33, Derek Williams. Derek, 7 games played, has a 6-1 record, 2.64 goals against average, and a .92% save percentage. So that's the Seawolves spotlight. We're also going to talk about some of the seniors on the squad. Let's talk about them right now. For the Seawolves, number 14, Wes Hawkins, co-captain. Wesley is a senior. This will be his last year playing for the Seawolves. Wesley has been outstanding this year, coming on strong on the goaltending, on the goal scoring lately as well. Number 27, co-captain Dan Casano, as we talked about earlier. Dan also is a senior this year. And number 91, Nick Dureski. Nick has had a fantastic year, centering that line and really coming strong on the power play and doing some real great things this year. So these are 3 players that have made a tremendous impact on the Seawolves this year. Over on the Westchester side, we'll talk a little bit about their scoring tandems. Number 11, Sklodowski. 25 games played. Sklodowski's got 6 goals, 16 assists for 22 points. He's got a power play goal, a shorthanded goal, 30 minutes in penalties, and a game winner. Next up, number 19, Mike Kaza. Mike Kaza played 1 year here at Stony Brook and before transferring to Westchester. 31 games played. Mike's got 11 goals, 8 assists for 19 points, 4 power play goals, 18 penalty minutes. Next up, number 20, Ryan Evans. In 29 games, Ryan has 10 goals, 9 assists for 19 points, and 5 power play goals and 40 minutes in penalties. And he and Mike Koza are tied in points. And therefore, we'll add another player in there, number 77, Dorfschneider. And in 30 games, Dorfschneider has 7 goals, 8 assists for 12 points. He has 2 power play goals. He's got 24 minutes in penalties, and he's got a game winner as well. In the nets tonight for Westchester will be number 31, Randy Japchin. And Randy in 24 games is 9-15, 9 wins, 15 losses, 3.47 goals against, and a .90 save percentage. And backing him up will be number 1, Mike Rice. Rice has 11 games, 3-3 record, 4.41 goals against, with a .89% goals against average. Tonight, our referees, a linesman referee, our referee will be A.J. Brown. Manning the lines will be Nick Cahill and Jason Resenbacher. Starting lineups for both the Stony Brook Seawolves and the Westchester University squad. We'll start with the Seawolves first. Nick Barbera, 91, will center. I'm sorry, Nick Dureski, 91, will center. Nick Barbera and Vin Lopes on defense will be number 44, Chris Joseph, and number 22, Kevin Barry. Over on the Westchester side, centering that first line will be Ryan McMahon. He wears number 6. Mike Koza, we spoke of earlier, number 19. And Ryan Evans, number 20. On defense will be Duggan. And Jeff Duggan is number 18. And also on defense starting will be Mike Ale, number 29. We talked a little bit about the seniors for the Stony Brook Seawolves. Westchester has a couple more seniors than the Seawolves, and we'll mention them right now. Number 11, Matt Sklodowski, is a senior and will be graduating this year. Number 18, Jeff Dugan, is a senior. Number 19, Mike Koza. Not in the lineup tonight, number 23, Harry Bromley. Number 25, Adam Ball is a senior, as well as number 29, Mike Ale, as well as Randy Jappin, the goaltender, 31. So we're going to go through a warm-up here for another couple of minutes. The boys will come off the ice, we'll cut the ice, and then we'll get ready to start the game. Of course, you can always chime in. One of the great things about our broadcast is we love hearing from the fans, and the fan base is growing every year. We talk a little bit about next week. We're all pretty excited about hosting the playoffs. We've had the luxury of doing the Stony Brook Seawolf games, all year, but we've never really called anybody else's games. So we're going to have our first shot at it next weekend, and we'll do the best we can. But you can tune in, watch those games. You can you're for free and in HD. And if you go to the Stony Brook website, you can get the times and the teams, so you can watch them. In the division that the Stony Brook Seawolves play in along with Westchester, which is called the ESCHL division, we got it up on the screen for you so you can see what the standings are and what the ramifications are for this weekend. Right now, Delaware University leads the division by 1 point over the Seawolves, and Delaware has 2 games this weekend, but 2 games this weekend, 1 game this weekend, I apologize. The Stony Brook Seawolves have 2, so they have a game in hand. So they control their destiny. If they win, like I said earlier, if they beat Westchester these 2 games, they will take first place by 1 point and get that bye. The first 2 teams anyway the first 3 teams get a bye. Well, the first 2 teams get a bye, so they'll be able to get that first game, not have to play that first game in a round robin, even though there's single game eliminations. But what will happen is Delaware and Stony Brook will get the bye. Rhode Island will play Westchester here next week. Could be the first game. We'll go on the schedule board later this week to determine that. Rhode Island's going to play the first game, considering that they'll be on those 4 teams. They're the leader of those 4 teams that are. Okay, so there is something on the line here for Westchester as well. If Westchester wins both games, they move in ahead of Rutgers, and they would play Lebanon Valley and exactly, not Rhode Island. Yeah. So we have to see how Rutgers is going to wind up. But needless to say, none of it's going to have an effect on Stony Brook or Delaware because they're that far ahead in points, and it won't matter. So we're. Right. But I think right now we'll just look at these 2 games as games that they want to win. I was talking with Coach Garofalo before, and I said, what's the message to the team after, coming back after winning, 2 big games, against URI, and it's another, trying to motivate the team and keep the team pumped up and keep them playing solid hockey, and that's really what his goal is. But I think the Stony Brook team this year is mature enough to know what's on the line. A lot of these players have played in big tournaments, and they know it's, you don't want to lose any momentum. You want to keep the pedal down. You want to keep winning, and keep that attitude positive, and let the chips fall where they may, so to speak. But I believe that they'll be ready to come out tonight and play. and we'll just have to see how it all works out. So, that being said, players will be getting off the ice. We'll be doing a cut. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back for the start of Seawolves hockey at around 8:30 Eastern Standard. See you soon. And welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live, everyone. Andy Mignani here tonight. Stony Brook Seawolves take on Westchester University in an ESCHL divisional matchup. We are moments away from game time, and glad you could join us tonight on a snowy Long Island night here. Seems like the snow never seems to end these days. It just, one storm leads to another, but that's why they call it winter. Anyway, I'm sure most of you, if you haven't, you've watched the replay of the Americans defeating the Russians today in a shootout, which is a very great game today. It's an exciting game. And tomorrow the United States takes on Slovenia and trying to go 3-0 in their group, as the Seawolves are going to try to take two this weekend and take first in their division. And Westchester wants to win two so they can move up in the standings and not have to face URI in the playoffs next weekend, which, by the way, are going to be held here at the rinks in Hauppauge. Go to the Stony Brook website, www.stonybrookhockey.com, and you can get the full schedule, be able to watch the games in HD and for free, as Seawolves Hockey Live, our production, will be carrying it, and we're excited about that as well. So we're just moments away from the teams hitting the ice here. Again, if you have any questions on the game or suggestions, feel free to tweet them to us or comment on the comment board of our program.
You can just leave a comment right on the YouTube live page.
And as the referees are grabbing the nets now, a little tardy getting out on the ice. I think they're here now. So Rumsbecker and Cahill will take a net, park it in position, and Stony Brook Seawolves are going to make their way onto the ice right now. Here comes Brendan Jones leading them out. Yes, no fanfare, no dark lights and intimidating music. Just bring them out and let's get it going. I was talking with the coach from the Westchester University team, and he was saying that they had a decent start to the year, but injuries and, you know, some misfortune in games where they were in the games very late and only to lose them. They lost one to Stony Brook early this year, leading. They were up 2-1, I believe, in that game, and they lost in a shootout to the Seawolves. So, again, I'm sure they're going to come to play. They didn't drive 3.5 hours just to kind of put their uniforms on. So, but look at Westchester. I'm impressed. Everyone on the team is on the line. They'll introduce their starters, but everybody's there. So I'm going to flip it down to the PA announcer now, and he'll give the starting lineups.
Tonight's starting lineup for the Westchester University team. In goal, Randy Japchan.
And in net, number 31, Randy Japchan.
Number 18, Jeff Duggan. 29, Mike Al. Number 20, Ryan Evans. Number 6, Ryan McCann. And number 19, Mike Kaza.
Yeah, that's right. Mike McMahon centering.
And your starting lineup for your
Mike Kaza. And Ryan Evans for the Seawolves. Brendan Jones will be in net, number 39. His backup tonight, by the way, I made a mistake, is going to be number 32, Todd Scarola. Chris Joseph, number 44 on defense, along with Kevin Barry.
Number 91, Nick Doreski.
Nick Barbera.
Number 23,
Center in number 91, Nick Doreski. And number 23, Vin Lopes.
and your linesmen, Nick Cahill and Jason Rumsbecker. At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please rise, take off your hats for the national anthem.
All right. Welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live as we get ready to drop the puck. The Seawolves will start with Dureski, Barbera, and Lopes, Joseph and Barry, Kaza, McMahon, and Ryan, Dugan, and Ale for Westchester. And again, we'll be doing this again tomorrow. Game time, 3:30, as the Seawolves will take on Westchester again for their last regular season game tomorrow. But meanwhile, we got one tonight. As everybody gets set to go and A.J. Brown gets ready to drop the puck. McMahon on the draw against Dureski. Here we go. Face-off. Won by the Seawolves. Picked up by Barbera. Dumps in behind the net. Japchin holds it for his defense. Dureski in on the forecheck. Quickly on the puck. And he's knocked down. Picked up by Barbera. Barbera with the puck behind the net. Back to Dureski. A shot. Saved by Japchin. As Westchester brings the puck up to the neutral zone. And this is McMahon coming in. Oh, and he's offsides as Kaza was dumped on the play and fell over the blue line, so face-off will be outside the zone. And then Dureski's still out there with his line, and we've had a line change for Westchester. Dureski picks the puck up and into the neutral zone. That's fired all the way back in behind the Seawolves net. Jones to hold it, fires it around. Puck behind the net, picked up by Barry. And Barry hoists one out to their neutral zone. Oh, onto the stick of Vinny Lopes, and Lopes is in on the right wing. He comes in, a nice poke check by Dugan. Now this is Barbera, controls the puck. Now up to Lopes, spins and turns and loses possession. Trying to get it back to Satola as the Seawolves are on a partial line change. This is Jones now, gets it over to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh bumped off the puck, but leaves it. On the check from Satola to Casano to Cartwright. He's got a streak, and Kavanaugh breaking in, trying to find Kotkamp. Just off the mark. Satola now tries to get it down low, and his pass is knocked down and back into the neutral zone. Comes Westchester. This is Dornschneider. Throwing it in, and as Westchester goes for a change up the wall, pass through the neutral zone. Here comes Satola with Kotkamp on right wing. Back to Satola. Oh, nice poke check by number 25 Ball. Down in the corner to get it is Jensen along with Muncy. Casano down there with back to the point over to Miano. Miano backhands it down low to Kotkamp. Kotkamp picks it up in the corner. He's rammed into the boards hard. High hit there on Kotkamp, knocking him to the boards. And Ryan's up, and he seems to be okay. This is Westchester coming down. Play down the middle, and a nice play by Miano to take Sklodowski away from a scoring opportunity, and a net is off the moorings. So we'll have a face-off in the Seawolves zone as Miller now and Jensen seem to be going at it here. And now Sam Brewster's coming to the defense as he and Sklodowski seem to have a little bit of a disagreement going on here. And everybody's settling down as A.J. Brown now is sending Brewster over to the sin bin as he's going to go, as well as Sklodowski. So we'll have a early 4-on-4. Coincidental minors there, probably for just, roughing or something. Face-off will be outside the zone. And won by the Seawolves. Picked up by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh through the neutral zone. Gets one over to Wilson Hawkins, who dumps right on goal. Saved by Japchin. Good idea for Hawkins to throw that puck on net. You never know, catching the goalie early in the game. His head might not be in the game. You want to see how he handles a rebound like that on a flutter shot. And good play by Hawkins. Nice save by Jobchin. Face off to the left. And this is J.T. Hall on the draw for the Seawolves. And he wins it, but out of the zone. Controlled by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh to Hawkins. Hawkins trying to get it to J.T. Hall. Breaking in on left wing. Back to Hawkins. Shot right on. A save by Japton. J.T. Hall trying to keep that puck in now. And out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Chris Joseph, who has it for the Seawolves. Through the neutral zone with speed comes Joseph. Down the middle. On left wing to Hawkins. Throws one to the net. Blocked down by Westchester. Puck out to the neutral zone. And Kavanaugh just skating back. Just making sure that their defensive zone is protected. This is Joseph now, back up on left wing with the puck. Dumps all the way in, chases after his own pass. Down to the wall, down to Hawkins, down to J.T. Hall, back to Hawkins behind the net. 4-on-4 action here. Back to the point to Miani. Winds, fakes the shot, tries to get it to Joseph, but off the mark. Joseph now winds and shoots, and deflected into the corner. Picked up by Westchester. Coming down on left wing is number 20, Evans. Evans breaks through, gets a shot, but goes wide. Miano trying to get to it. That puck is a little out of his reach. Back behind the net now for the Seawolves is Hawkins, controlling it on the wall for Miano. Up, trying to get it up to Joseph. Miano's trying to get off, but he'll get it up to Joseph. And now Joseph will go off. Miano joins the rush. And this puck does not go deep. Picked up here by Bokikio. Bokikio is poke checked nicely. And through the neutral zone comes Westchester, leading Koza, but just off the reach. And that puck was almost battered in by Finnerty. Finnerty coming out with a lot of aggression out there. Good hitting, good movement. As this Westchester line is putting a lot of good hits on the Stony Brook players in their zone. This is Bokikio now doing a stretch pass over to, trying to get it around is Freely, but Freely couldn't break through. Puck now is picked up by the Seawolves. This is Barry, and he gets it over to Miller. And Seawolves have to try to get their pairings straightened out here. I don't know why Bokikio sent that puck all the way back in the Seawolves zone, but nonetheless, it's picked up by Westchester. They have control of it. The shot goes way wide. Now picked up by Wilson, and he dumps down low on the boards. Checked heavily into the boards there. It was number 13. That was Davis. Davis is knocked down. No call on the play, but now the puck is free, and a shot by McMahon was blockered down by a Stony Brook player. A lot of pressure here by Westchester on the Seawolves. This is Barry now trying to get it out as the forecheck comes hard and furious for Westchester on the Seawolves and pinning them in and not being able to get the puck out. Out to the neutral zone now. Touch pass to Mike Amodio, but he's offsides. Amodio was almost in all alone. Good pressure by Westchester on the Seawolves as they really brought their forecheck on, and the Seawolves not able to get out of the zone for a little bit of time there. We've got 14:49 left to go in the first period. No score. This is Dureski on the draw, the one back by Westchester. And up through the neutral zone. This is Cartwright for the Seawolves. Gets control of it. Over to Lopes. Lopes picks the puck up now. Through the neutral zone comes Dureski on left wing. He fires in back behind the net. Lopes back to get it. This is Barbera. Picks it up on the half wall. Back down low. Digging hard to get that puck is Casely. Casely digging hard. Dureski's shot is knocked down in front. And now Casely will pick it up in the neutral zone. Fire it right back in. Finn Lopes coming in on the forecheck against Dugan. Dugan throws it up the wall. Ball trying to get it out. Couldn't get it out. Now it's back in the zone here. Stony Brook now putting on some pressure. Picked up again. Not out of the zone. Picked up by Barbera now. He's got Dureski. Break it to the net. Casely has the puck now, and he throws it back behind the net, but his pass is blocked. He'll pick it up in the neutral zone, and he'll get it over to Joseph. Him and Joseph will switch sides. Joseph will turn it around as he's getting watched by number 25. That's Ball on the forecheck. Back over to Joseph. Joseph skates up with the puck. Into the neutral zone comes Satola. Andy Satola with speed, breaking in on left wing, looking for some help. Turns around, makes a play behind the net, trying to get it to Kopkamp. And just out of the reach, pinching in is Cartwright gets it all the way back down the wall. Satola picks it up. Satola looking behind the net, trying to find Kotkamp. Just Casano, whose pass and shot was actually deflected over the top of the net. This puck is high, lofted into the neutral zone, picked up by Miller. And Miller gets it to Satola. And Satola's pass off Casano, but Casano didn't touch it, so it's icing. It'll go all the way back into the Stony Brook zone. 13:05 left to go in the first period. You're watching the Stony Brook Seawolves and the Westchester University Golden Bears. No, Golden Rams. Golden Bears is another team that's not playing tonight. All right. Cartwright now gets it around the wall to Kotkamp. Kotkamp trying to bang it out. Could not get it out. As the Westchester squad is doing a good job keeping that puck pinned in here. This is Cartwright now trying to make a move around his forechecker. And it comes up to Casano, who loses the handle on it, throws back behind the net by number 2, Mango. And now it's picked up by Cartwright. He'll try to find Kavanaugh as Westchester's coming hard and fast with the two-man forecheck. That 2-1-2 or 2-2-1. This is Kotkamp looking for a break pass from Kavanaugh. Out to get it is Japchin, and he pushes it to the corner. Seawolves making the line change. Kept in by Miller. Good play by Miller coming off the bench to keep that puck in. Back behind the net, Casano to Satola. Satola is beyond at the point. One shoots. Pad save. Japchin. Kotkamp controls it. Trying to get back to Miano at the point. Miano bangs it back down the wall, but it's picked up by Westchester. And they fire all the way down. This is not going to be far enough for icing. Miller picks it up quickly up to Casano. Casano trying to get a stretch pass through the neutral zone, but off the mark. Couldn't get it to Miller. Picking that puck up now and coming hard is Brewster. For the Seawolves. Drop pass. Beautiful pass to Wesley Hawkins. He pucks it home. Sam Brewster made that play. Nice drop pass. Nice drop pass to Sam Brewster to Wesley Hawkins. And you give Wesley Hawkins that amount of time with the puck, he's going to bury it. And the Stony Brook Seawolves take a 1-0 lead. We'll see if there's a third assist on that second assist. We'll watch the replay on that. And here we go. Live action. Back to live action. Barry bangs it back into the Westchester zone. Picking that puck up now is Barry, and he's high stick down. No call on the play. Joseph. Ooh, Chris Joseph just lined up Koza. And welcome back, Mike Koza. Where have you been? Well, that was a vicious hit, but, you know, you got to realize when Chris Joseph's on the ice, he's going to make you pay. He's going to make you pay. Picked up behind the net is Joseph with the puck now. Outlet pass to Barry. Barry, nice pass up to Brewster. And Brewster just off the mark. All right. I guess JT Hall's going to get an assist on that goal as well. All right. This is puck in the neutral zone. Oh, now over to Kavanaugh. Flashes it back over to his defensive partner, Cartwright. Cartwright trying to make a move. He gets it to Amodio. Bangs it in behind the net. Stopped by Japchin. He'll hold it there for Case. And Case couldn't control it. And puck comes back up the wall. Back up into the neutral zone. Breaking with speed now. Here comes Dorfschneider. Dorfschneider. Oh, nice play by Kavanaugh to pick that pass off. He had a breaker going to the net. This is Bokiki now breaking into Freely. Freely shoots. On goal. Saved by Japchin. Let's go back and look at the replay of that goal as we watch Sam Brewster breaking in. He'll make a real nice back pass to Hawkins. And we'll see it coming up in a second here as we'll be looking at the face-off. A nice drop pass by Brewster and parked right in the back of the net by Wes Hawkins. You got to show me where I am. All right, back behind the Stony Brook net and pushed up the wall by Jones, who has really seen little action. Only one shot on goal so far. And, nice try trying to get that puck back the other way. Seawolves doing a good job defensively now, getting more composed as the game goes on. Scott Casely now rips it in. Back, stopped by Japchin behind the net as the Seawolves go for a line change. This puck goes all the way down behind the Seawolves net. Icing waved off and picked up by Casely. Casely up the wall. to Barbera. Off pass to Lopes was off the mark as Lopes was moving in another direction. And this shot to the net goes into the corner. Knocked down now by Dureski is a Westchester player. It's picked up by Casely. Casely gets it to Lopes, breaking in. He's in. Here comes Vinny Lopes, who he found on the first shot. The second shot, he actually got some wood on, but saved by Japchin. Vinny Lopes was kind of let skate all the way in, and now we got a Stony Brook player losing an edge. That's Kevin Barry, and he lands up in the Stony Brook net. We've got 9:03 left to go in the first period. The Stony Brook Seawolves leading Westchester University by the score of 1-0 on a goal by number 14 co-captain Wes Hawkins. Face off to the right of Jones. Dureski on the draw against McMahon, and Dureski wins it out of the zone as Seawolves now control it back in their zone. That's Joseph over to Barry. Barry, nice move over to Barbera through the neutral zone. Comes Barbera. Barbera right down the middle. He passes it across, trying to find Barbera. Trying to find Barry. Actually, was going to the net. This is Joseph. Defense joining the play a lot. It's got to make these coaches. I don't know whether they're happy or not about it, but it's good to see a strong group of 5 on the ice making some offensive plays. So Kotkamp now with it, and he gets it back to Satola. Satola back to Kotkamp, shoots! Glove save, Japchin. Could control it over the top of the net now, picked up by Kotkamp again. Kotkamp back to Satola. Satola down low, he finds Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh gets dumped, and we're going to have our first penalty as the Seawolves are starting to get their legs moving now, and they're giving Westchester some trouble in their own zone. So, face-off will be to the right of Japchin. It's Satola will be, as we see the replay, Satola will take the draw now, and he'll be up against Zach Jensen. And Kotkamp wins it back to Kavanaugh at the point. Kavanaugh skates to the middle, controls the puck very well over to Casano. As the Seawolves trying to get their power play set up. And good play defensively by Westchester to prevent the breakup, the setup. It's Kavanaugh now. Up to Kotkamp. Kotkamp loses possession, and now puck is laying in center ice, picked up by Casano, back to Satola, over to Hawkins. Hawkins now will skate in with it and get something set up, as Hawkins will control the puck now. And he's being watched by 2 Westchester players, and now the puck is underneath Jensen, so they'll face off in the Westchester zone. Got a decent crowd considering the weather here tonight, which is pretty nice to see. And we got a lot of folks watching the game, so we appreciate that. Again, send us your comments. Let us know what you're thinking. Face off to the right of Japchin. Back to Lopes, who controls high up the top. He'll throw one down low, looking for a deflection from Brewster, but off the mark, picked up by Jones now behind the Stony Brook net, and he'll hold it for Joseph. Vin Lopes picks the puck up and winds up, coming down on right wing. And he's losing the handle on, so he just dumps in behind the net. Stopped by Japchin. He'll hold it. And now Lopes will pick it back up. He gets it back behind the net. One-time opportunity for Brewster. Missed it. And Joseph just missed on a slap shot. Back to the point to Barbera. Barbera down low. Controlling the puck is Dureski. Back up the wall to Lopes. Lopes looking for find Joseph, sneaking in on that back wall. There he is! He shoots high off the back of the net. Lopes again controls the puck. He'll send it all the way back behind the net. Picked up by Westchester, and they'll fire all the way down. 23 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Seawolves, who are leading by a score of 1-0. Chris Joseph with 15 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Picked up by Barbera, skating down on right wing. There's a player without a stick. I think he went to the bench. Satola with a shot. Deflected into the corner. Picked up by Casano now. And Casano's pass, trying to get it to Satola. Shot Wind up. Brewster, blocker down by the leg of Mike Gale. Oh, and Brewster buries it. Mike Gale, unfortunately, took a shot off the leg, and he is barely getting back to the bench now. That was a ripper by Barbera, and it knocked Ale down. And unfortunately, that 5-on-4 went to a 5-on-3 man advantage, and Barbera didn't leave the spot he was at. The puck eventually got to him, and he put it home. And we'll watch on the replay as Barbera was right there. Stony Brook 2, Westchester University, nothing. Right now, we are 5:41 left to go in the first period, and Dan Cassano breaking in. Nice move by Cassano. Fires a shot, rebound, right out to Kottkamp. He could not park it. And into the Seawolf zone comes McMahon, trying to get a shot on goal, almost. And this is Kottkamp now. Touch pass, score! That's Ryan Kottkamp. Nice patience with Kottkamp getting it to Satola, who put it home. And we'll watch it on the replay. The patience here by Kottkamp holding on to that puck, holding that puck until he really found the right time to make the play. And he makes this pass right on the tape with a sliding defenseman and just picture perfect. The Stony Brook Seawolves have taken a 3-0 lead here. And like I said before, you've got, on paper, we know what should happen. But it depends on the game and it depends on the team. Now here's a 2-on-1. Here's a chance. They score. Yes, a 2-on-1, a breakdown defensively for the Seawolves. And that will cost them as Mike Dorfschneider puts it home. As Westchester comes back and gets one. And cuts the lead to 3-1. And we'll watch the replay on that. That nice 2-on-1. Defenseman gave himself up. And 2-on-1 right on the tape. You're going to score that goal. So, and now the Seawolves come out with their fourth line. This Freely, Amadeo, and Bokikio. As Dornschneider comes in again and hit to the boards hard there was Finnerty back behind the net. This is Miller now going at it hard with Finnerty. And Bokikio joins the play. Dorfschneider now pets the puck back to the point. Shot right on, saved by Jones. Rebound. And Jones made a nice save. That rebound popped out, but Stony Brook picked it up. This is Bokikio now. Bokikio back to Freely. Freely making a play. And Amadeo unable to get a stick on it. That puck is fired almost up into this area. Coming very, very close. And that's Stony Brook goal. All right, so Satola's goal was assisted by Kottkamp. Dorfschneider's goal was assisted by Davis and Finnerty. So we had a 3-1 score, 4:06 left to go in the first period. Stony Brook out shooting Westchester 10-3. And Stony Brook has really dominated this period so far. This is Sam Brewster now making a strong move to the net. And he'll go into the corner, back behind the net, pick up J.T. Hall. J.T. Hall did the splits there. Brewster nails his guy on the board hard. Comes back again. Picked up by Hawkins. Hawkins walks it in. And a shot saved by Chapchin under the armpit as Wesley Hawkins walked in. I wouldn't be surprised if Wesley Hawkins doesn't know some of the players on this team. I wouldn't be surprised. I know Wes comes from Quarryville, PA, so you never know, right? All right, face off to the right of Japchen. This is J.T. Hall on the draw for the Seawolves. He wins it back to Joseph. Fires a shot right off the foot of Wilson. Picked back up by Brewster winds it all the way back down. Joseph back down low to pick it up. Picked up by Hall. Hall turns, tries to find Joseph, but Hawkins gets it in. And the puck goes into the net. I believe it's off Wes Hawkins. Joseph probably touched it. He'll probably get an assist. But Stony Brook quickly back to that 3-goal lead. And we'll see that replay. Joseph, and I think Hawkins did bang it in. Face-off, center ice, Nick Dureski. Oh, and a face-off won by Lopes, who comes in on right wing, fires a shot, saved by Japchin. Lopes didn't get a clean break on that, but he was almost in on a breakaway. Face-off will be to the left of Japchin, and Dureski will be on that draw for the Seawolves. And won by Westchester, but the Seawolves are right on the puck. Back out into the neutral zone, picked up by Casely. Casely over to Miller. Now Miller to Lopes. And Lopes up to Dureski from Barbera. Back across. Now Dureski trying to keep it in, but it deflected off his stick. Miller got it now for the Seawolves, and he'll just dump in. Chasing it is Lopes. Lopes picks the puck up. And now he's pushed off the puck. All right, so that's Hawkins from Hall and Joseph. Now puck out to the neutral zone. This is going to go all the way down. And no icing. As we're under 2:30 left to go in the first period. Pass picked off in the neutral zone by Satola. Now picked up by Kotkamp. Breaking in on left wing. He's got Kavanaugh with him. Satola backing up at the point. And coming down the wing now, dropping it all the way in is Albanese for Westchester. As Jones gets it over to Cartwright. He very coolly controls the puck. He gets it back to Cassano. Dan Cassano sets up behind the Stony Brook net. And he fires one out, but right into the basket of Albanese. And now the puck is back out in the neutral zone. Here comes Kavanaugh with the puck. He's got Cassano trailing the play. And no ice, no whistle there, but Kotkamp steals the puck. Kotkamp walks in on a backhander, just wide. And Satola now gets it, trying to get it down to Cassano, as Cassano's pinned to the boards hard by Dugan. And now back up half wall, picked up again by the Seawolves. Cassano gets the pass from Kotkamp, scribbles to Joseph, who dumps all the way in. Back behind the net, Cassano first to get it for the Seawolves. Kotkamp now, and he loses a possession, picked up by Westchester as they skate up through the neutral zone. That's Dugan dumping it, not all the way in. Joseph is being harassed by Mango. Joseph behind the net for the Seawolves. He skates up. Oh, he was looking for that home run pass, but here comes Bakikio in on all alone, shot. Oh, just wide. I don't know if Japchin got a piece of it. He made a couple of nice moves. Picked up by Freely now, trying to get it to Bakikio. And Barry picks it up, and he'll dump down low to Freely. Freely trying to move it. He gets pushed off the puck. And this will go all the way down. Not enough to make for icing, but Joseph will pick it up as he's being watched. He loses a tire there, but picks the puck up on an errant pass, and now it's a 4-on-2 as Stony Brook comes in. Bokikio shoots, saved by Japchin right across the crease. Seawolves still controlling the puck. This is Freely. Down low, up the wall now, back to the point to Barry. Barry controls, trying to get a shot off. Miano unable to keep it in, but dumps in as the Seawolves will have to touch up. We're under a minute. We got 10 seconds left to go in the first period. And the period will come to an end with the Stony Brook Seawolves. Last shot on goal. Make it 14 shots on goal for the Seawolves. And going to take a 4-1 lead going in after one. Goals scored by number 14, Wes Hawkins, assisted by Sam Brewster and J.T. Hall. Second goal for the Seawolves. Nick Barberas assisted by number 27, Dan Casano. Third goal for the Seawolves, number 90, Andy Satola, assisted by number 13, Ryan Kopkamp. Fourth goal for the Seawolves, number 14, Wes Hawkins, second of the game, assisted by Chris Joseph and J.T. Hall, his second assist of the game. The lone goal for Westchester was scored by number 77, Mike Dorfschneider, and assisted by number 13, James Davis, and number 16, Justin Finnerty. All right, we're going to take a break. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live, and we'll be back for the start of the second period. season and get ready for playoffs starting next week. Face-off won by the Seawolves. Back to Cartwright, down to Kotkamp. Kotkamp controlling the puck down low to Satola. Satola now with the puck as he controls it on the half wall, trying to get it up to Cartwright. And he'll get it back to Satola. Almost looks like a power play. And back down the wall, picked up by Cassano. He's got Kotkamp breaking and just couldn't get the deflection on net. Back across, outside the zone it comes, picked up by Satola. Over to Cartwright. Cartwright, neutral zone to Cassano. Cassano dumps it in offsides. The Seawolves will touch up and come back in again. Picked up by Kavanaugh. What a play by Kavanaugh. Just picking that puck right off, right to the front of the net. Cassano pucks it home. Dan Cassano, right place, right time. And Dan Cassano keeps his goal scoring streak alive. As he's been scoring a goal, almost a goal a game, is now we're going to have a goaltending change by Westchester as Jatchen will get a rest, and in will come Michael Rice. Let's watch the replay on this pretty goal. Cassano just right there on the deflection off a Kotkamp shot. Now, the goaltender's going to have an early shower, unfortunately. But, I mean, you can't really blame him. He's, you know, it's not a one person game. So, unfortunately, Jobchen got the gate tonight, and you know, probably didn't have many nice things to say to the head official, unfortunately. But anyway, Rice is in there now, and he's got to have about a period and a little less than a half to try to help these Westchester University guys out. It's a young team. You know, a lot of these guys are going to be back again next year, and you know, it's a young team that learns how to win. You know, when you take some pretty bad losses, and you get better at what you do, and we've seen it here with Stony Brook as well. So Stony Brook has a good mixture of players this year, and we've got other players now that are, you know, have come in to help this organization. Oh, we've got a 5-minute power play for the Seawolves on top of everything else. This is Brewster breaking in now as Rice did not have to take a shot there, but it's a 5-minute power play for the Seawolves. Brewster controls it on the low wall, back to the point to Joseph. Back down low. The Seawolves control it down low, and this is Lopes. Lopes back down low to Brewster. Brewster controls it. Back behind the net. Joseph breaking in, a shot right on. A first save by Rice. Right off the pads on a point-blank shot by Chris Joseph. This is Barbera breaking in now. Shooting high and wide off the wall and all the way down. This is Jones coming out to get it for the Seawolves. He'll hold it up for Joseph. And there's nobody in the net in the penalty box serving this penalty, so we don't have a number to give you right now. But I think I'm not sure if it was on Jobchen or if it was on the goaltender. And this puck shoots all the way out into the Seawolves zone and controlled by Jones, picked up by Kavanaugh. This is a good opportunity for the Seawolves to work on their power play and get more confidence with it. They do score, have scored this year on their power play quite often. Maybe not often enough for Coach Garofalo, but still, they have a decent power play this year. This is Kavanaugh now. Sails one high over the net. Loose back to Kavanaugh. Back to Kotkamp. Kotkamp looking for Cassano now at the point. Cassano controls it. Tries it down low to Miller. To Kavanaugh, actually. They got a nice backhanded pass through to Satola. Back to the point to Cassano. Cassano winds and shoots. Deflection by Kavanaugh. Just missed. All the way around the wall up to the point to Cassano again. He'll fire down low. Satola. And that butt end? Butt end? Yeah, it was a 5-minute butt end penalty by Japchin. So Casano taking the feed. And this is Stony Brook now back to Kavanaugh. Over the Kotkamp backhander. Trying to move around. As he's being watched heavily in front. Puck is loose. Rice doing a good job not letting that puck go in the net. Kotkamp is being watched. Extremely watched by... yeah, there's lots of arms being wrapped around Stony Brook players down low to slow them down. But needless to say, 2 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in this man advantage. And the back to the point. Casano rips it. Pad save by Rice. And all the way down. Oh, actually, Casano picks it off. Doesn't allow Westchester to change, and this is the long change. Another save by Rice. Credit Rice for coming in cold and making a couple of really nice saves. Back to the point. This is Kavanaugh now controlling on the wall, coming down to Lopes. This is Barbera at the top. Down low, looking for the deflection. Oh, almost. Vinny Lopes had an opportunity and couldn't park it. Joseph, wrist shot. Glove save by Rice on a ripper. And whistle blows, and face-off will be inside the zone, I believe. But you got to credit Rice, man. He's come in cold, and he's done a great job. Stony Brook has not been able to put one behind him yet. And they're on a 5-minute power play with 1:19 left to go in that power play. A little bit more than 4:05 left to go in the second period. Westchester finally gets to get a change. Yeah, and the faceoff now will come. I think Westchester's calling a timeout, I believe. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have any confirmation of the timeout, but I believe it was Coach Sands from Westchester called the timeout. Kind of settle the troops down. You know, get them a break because yeah. So unfortunately, Japchan with the game misconduct 5-minute penalty, it will be DQ for tomorrow, and that means Rice will get the start. And Rice was probably going to get the start anyway. I would imagine they brought 2 goaltenders, but credit him with coming in and being solid and playing well. Maybe even giving Westchester a little boost here. You know? Yeah. And again, we've got a pretty good crowd down here at the rinks considering our weather. But we are looking at more bad weather coming Tuesday, from what I understand. So face-off to the left of Rice. And Dureski trying to win that draw. Won it back to Sam Brewster. Put one right on Rice. And Rice made a nice save again. Saying that a lot lately. So credit Rice for coming in and doing a good job. Vinny Lopes getting totally mauled back there. As Westchester player was grabbing and holding and grabbing and holding. And, you know, sooner or later, there's only so much of that you can really take before you have to look like you're being unruly. And Vin Lopes will sit for 2, as this will be evened up for a minute. And then Westchester will get a power play for a minute. Stony Brook has done a really good job. Westchester, 7 shots on goal so far, almost through 2 full periods. So face-off will be to the left of Jones. Casano will take the draw. And Stony Brook wins it out of the zone, picked up by Al. And Al's losing it, trying to control the puck, but losing it. Ripped across to Kavanaugh by Casano. And up to Kotkamp. The Kotkamp will control in the neutral zone. As he makes a nice move. Now he's pulled down. And no call on that play. Referee standing right in front of it. But no call. And Joseph coming in. Left wing. On a backhander. Trying to get it to Casano. Deflected into the high glass behind the net. Cassano back to goal, trying to get it back to Kavanaugh. Out of the zone, picked up by Joseph. It's Chris Joseph for the Seawolves. Goal behind the net, and he'll set up behind the net as Barry, Kotkamp, and Cassano join him. As here comes the forecheck by Dorfschneider, and Joseph easily beats that. Up the wall to Cassano. As Barry is leveled in center ice for no apparent reason. Yeah, Barry was just skating up ice, and for some reason or other, the Westchester players stepped in front of him. And there's no call on the play. It could have been easily an interference call. I don't know if we have a replay on that, but Barry's going to the bench. Hopefully he'll be okay. Hawkins will take the JT Hall will take the draw. He's out there with Hawkins, Miller, and Cartwright. And taking the draw is Sklodowski for Westchester. And picked up by Cartwright for the Seawolves. He'll carry in and try to get the puck. Oh, and he's two-handed right from behind, and there is a call. So as soon as Westchester touches the puck, the Stony Brook Seawolves will be on a power play. And Miller is controlling it for the Seawolves as Jones has gone to the bench for an extra skater. And Miller trying to control it, but game's getting a little chippy now. And faceoff will go all the way down into the Westchester zone, as the penalty will be called on number 18, Duggan. Yeah. All right. 25 seconds remaining in the penalty to Lopes. The Seawolves will have a power play once Lopes is out of the box, and we are down to 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the second period. Stony Brook with a commanding 7-1 lead. Well, I guess as a Seawolf, Miller's going to go for the Stony Brook Seawolves, so that was the question of where the faceoff was going to be. I called it on Miller at the end because Miller slashed one of the, yeah, so Miller's going to sit for two, as well as Duggan. Now, there's an error up on the board as far as the time goes. The numbers, the player's numbers wrong, and they've got to get this squared away because you've got multiple players now in the box with yeah. All right, 25 seconds left for Lopes. And then we've got the 2-minute minors each for Miller and Dugan. Face-off in the Stony Brook zone to the right of Jones. Yeah, it should be 4-on-3. You're right, not 4-on-4. Face-offs, and one by the Seawolves fired all the way down. And controlled by Skodowski. And Skodowski is upended by Barbera, and he's going to go for 2 minutes. As he got his stick in, Skodowski went right over it, and now Barbera will be going into the sin bin. And he'll sit for 2. Face off to the right of Jones. We'll do it again. And fired all the way down. As we're still 4-on-4. 5-on-4 now, okay. And here comes Hale firing it all the way in behind the net. Jones fires it back along the wall. Controlling that puck is Westchester. Back up to the point. This is Muncy. Down the half wall, trying to find McMahon. McMahon could not find a handle on it. Now he gets it to back up to the point. Wrist shot, block it away. Good shot by Evans. High shot, block it away by Jones. Fired all the way down by Cartwright. Pushed back up by Price. And McMahon now firing a pass, trying to get a Westchester player breaking, but now this is Hall breaking through. Down to neutral. He comes in on a breakaway. Shoots. Saved by Price. Rice with the save. Trying to make a statement here. Getting ready because he knows he's playing tomorrow. Face-off will be to the right of Rice. And JT Hall on the draw. He goes up against Skodowski. Under 40 seconds to go in the second period. Rather long one, I should say. Now, this is Westchester. Hawkins tries to knock that puck down. Joseph. It's a big hit on Koza. Koza's hit Joseph. Felt Joseph a couple of times tonight. Nice move here by Al, but an even better stop by Joseph with the stick. Trying to get it to Al, but JT Hall's in the way of that. Hall comes down with Hawkins, breaking in. He's got Hall coming in. Oh, and a shot just wide. Chris Joseph's picking the puck up and backhanding it. Back to get it is Al for Westchester, and that's the end of the second period. With the score, the Stony Brook Seawolves 7, Westchester 1. Shots on goal through 2 periods, 30 for the Stony Brook Seawolves, 9 for Westchester University. We're going to take a short break. We'll come back before the third period starts, recap all the scoring. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live, and we'll be back in just a few seconds. And welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live as we get ready for the start of the third period. Stony Brook is leading by the score of 7-1. And just a real quick recap of the scoring in the second period. That was number 17, JT Hall from Dan Casano, Chris Joseph from Mike Amodio, and Dan Casano from Ryan Kotkamp. Welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live as we get ready for the start of the third. Stony Brook out shooting the Westchester University squad by a 30-12 count. And we are all ready to go. We know that changing goal, we've got Michael Rice in net for Westchester as Japchen was given a 5-minute major and a game misconduct. This is Lopes now as the Seawolves walk in. This is Tereski trying to get one and just off the mark. Picked up by Al for Westchester. Skating up and through the neutral zone. Big hit, Joseph on Ted Case. Keeping that puck in, or trying to keep that puck in, was Dugan. Now breaking in is Barbera on the breakaway. Oh, and the puck went off his stick. Nick was sitting all alone. Back to the point, out of the zone. Picked up by Barry. Cross-ice feed to Barbera, who's back in now. This is Barbera to Dereski, wrist shot, and sails over the top of the net. It was deflected on the way in, maybe by Lopes, as he was streaking across the net. Face off inside the zone, so it must have went off a Westchester player. Casado, Kotkamp, and Satola with Joseph and Cartwright now on defense. McMahon wins the draw for Westchester and controlling behind the net. Back up to the point. Cartwright save. It's a shot on goal, kicked away by Rice's. Satola was right in front of the net. Kotkamp now over to Cartwright. To the neutral zone to Casano. Fires in. Hits the ref. Casano picks up the loose puck. Stops. Makes a pass to Joseph at the point. Wrist shot. Down low. Rebound. Score! Ryan Kotkamp! As they finally break through on Rice. On the rebound off the shot from the point. As Stony Brook now 8. Westchester 1 as Rice made the initial save, but Kotkamp picked the rebound up off the pad deflection and parked it on a backhander for the goal. And all the way into the Seawolves zone. This is Scott Casely going after it against McMahon. Picked up by JT Hall. Now back to Casely as he's watched by 2 Westchester players. The puck goes down the wall, up the wall to Hawkins. Nice pass out to the neutral zone to Brewster, who's got it. He's got it to Hall. Hall's in. Hall, nice move. Shot. Oh! Rice may have got a piece of it. Sailed over the top of the net. Nice move by JT Hall, dragging that puck. Back up to the point to Matt Miano. Miano bangs it down, trying to get it down low into the corner to Brewster. All right, so Chris Joseph will get the assist on the Ryan Kotkamp goal. And we'll watch that for a shot from the point. Joseph's going to let it go here. Throws a nice wrist shot, down low save, pad save, and then the rebound right to Kotkamp, and he backhands it home. Face off to the right of Rice. And fired out to the point to Miano, who keeps it in, throws it to the corner. Picked up by Hawkins. Hall back to Hawkins. Hawkins, low wrist shot. Just wide of the net. Miano down low, back to JT Hall, tries to keep it in, and now it's battered out into the neutral zone. Casely bangs it back in as Stony Brook will go for a complete line change. Westchester carrying the puck up versus just passing it up through the neutral zone. That pass is deflected on goal by Dorfschneider. And now this is Casely. Dorfschneider behind the net, freely on it. Voids the check by Dorfschneider and gets it over to Miller. Miller now will hoist one out through the neutral zone. And this will not go for icing as Al could have played it. Back to Modio now. Modio picked off that pass. Kokikio trying to get a shot on, and he does. A weak one, but gobbled up by Rice. Shots 31-13. And the faceoff will be to the left of Rice. Once again, we'll be back here tomorrow. Stony Brook will take on Westchester University in Game 2. Back to the point to Miller. Fires high off the glass. And Rice with the rebound, and he gobbles it up. And tomorrow's game will be at 3:30 p.m. And then next week, as the season will come to an end tomorrow, the playoffs will begin here at the Stony Brook home rink in Hauppauge, New York, where we call the rinks, and it'll be Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon. This puck now is went off a player on the bench. It'll be a face-off outside the Westchester zone. And we'll have the schedule on the Stony Brook website. If you're tuning in and you want a copy of the games on DVD, just let us know. Email us or let us know on the YouTube website, and we'll see what we can do to help you out. And Mike Amodio with puck behind the net. Up the wall comes Westchester, and through the neutral zone. Wokikio controls the puck. Now to Barry. Over to Miller. Touch pass through the neutral zone where most of the play is happening right now. Miller stands up. There's a nice big check on the wall there. And now this puck is fired out, and bracing hard comes Lopes. Coming all the way out was Rice. Vinny Lopes, he makes people he gets them going. As Connor Walsh came all the way back to try to prevent Lopes from touching that puck. He lost an edge, slid all the way into the boards, but you got to give him credit for trying. That was a great effort. This is Dureski dumping in now and chasing after it. Picked up by Muncy. And Lopes on the forecheck. Muncy gets it to Mango. Mango being watched by Dureski as he's squeezed off on the wall. Mango picks it back up. And gets it over to Albanese for a shot that went wide. Muncy picks it up again. Dureski now makes a nice move in front of his net. Nice pass out to Lopes, but off his skates. Back in the Stony Brook zone as Dureski will go for a change. Control back there by Miano. Miano now skates out with the puck. Nice pass up the wall to Casely. Casely will dump all the way in, chased down by Satola. Satola goes in against Ted Case. And back up the wall, Cassano for the Seawolves. Trying to get it to Lopes. Cassano keeps it in the zone as Westchester unable to get it out. Satola now down low. As he's checked high by Case. Stick came up too. And skating through the neutral zone is Ryan Evans as he's pushed off the puck by Joseph. Oop, and you got a player that's down. I'm not sure what the I think Joseph's going to go sit for 2 minutes on probably a slash, as there is a Westchester player on the ice down, and play is halted until we find out if Ryan Evans is okay or not. I think Chris Joseph might be getting the gate on this one. So we'll have to see what the call is going to be, but I think he's being asked to leave. So it must have been more than just a slash. Yeah, unfortunately, it was behind the play. Those incidents do occur. Those incidents happen behind the play. We don't get a chance to see them. So unless it's a goal score or something like that, we don't get a chance. So Yeah, it was a slash to the back of the leg, and that was the call. So, again, it probably would result in a 2-minute penalty normally. Yeah, I think it would be a 2-minute penalty. I don't think that would be a major. But now we have a penalty also being called on Westchester as well. Skodowski's going to go in the box, and did they think he broke the stick over his leg? I'm talking to my producer here who's looking at the replay. Yeah. I don't think he was viciously swung at, and I think the blade of Joseph's stick was already broke. So, well, let's see what happens. I mean, it happened on Ryan Evans, so let's we'll see if Ryan makes it back on the ice, and if it impedes his play. All right, face off to the right of Jones. As the Seawolves now will have to kill off their 5-minute penalty, which will be also dwarfed by a 2-minute penalty that unfortunately Matt Skodowski took. Skodowski took a 2-minute penalty as well, so now it's really only a 3-minute power play as they play 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Face-off won by the Seawolves, and up the wall. This is Barbera coming down on left wing with speed. He's got Kavanaugh breaking to the net. Barbera, a wraparound try, but he's holding on to the puck. Barbera turns, gets it to Cartwright. Cartwright, nice to feed to Lopes. Ripper, saved by Rice. Back to Barbera. Barbera turns and shoots. Fires right on. A save by Rice.
Penalty done by number 44. Joseph 5 minutes. Slashing and a game misconduct. Westchester penalty number 11. Skodowski, 2 minutes on sportsmanlike.
Face off to the right of Rice. And Lopes controls it for the Stony Brook Seawolves. Nice pass. Cross trying to find Cartwright. Breaking to the net, but off the stick. Cartwright now trying to control it. He gets dumped down and takes the stick right out of Dugan's hands. Now, nice feed trying to get it to Kavanaugh. Is breaking to the net a lot tonight. Coming up is Dorfschneider. He blows a tire. Going screaming to the wall was Davis. This is Kavanaugh breaking in with the puck. Kavanaugh controls, shoots high and wide, trying to get Rice to move, but the shot was high and wide. Barbera now 1-on-3 is using his size and strength to work through there. Lopes to Miller now, back to Lopes, down to Barbera. Barbera trying to walk around behind the net to Miller. Miller down low to Barry. And Barry back up to Barbera at the point. He gets it down to Barry. Over to Barbera. Barbera's in, he shoots! And it was deflected high off the glass, off the stick of Duggan. Controlled by Lopes. 10 seconds left in the even up play here, and Stony Brook will go on a 3-minute penalty kill right about now. Puck goes all the way into the Stony Brook zone. Jones will keep it for Barry. Barry being watched behind the net. He drops it off to Miller. Miller has Hawkins breaking, and they'll avoid the icing. Well, actually, they're on the penalty kill, so they can ice the puck. Up the wall. As JT Hall now watches the puck, and he picks it off and skates in. Trying to get it over to Hawkins. Picked up by Skodowski. And him and JT Hall come together, and Hall got the worst of that one, but Now Miano got it for the Seawolves, and he skates up. And Matt will fire it all the way down. Kills some more clock with 11:36 left to go in the third period. Stony Brook, I don't want to say hanging on because they're not hanging on. They're winning by 8-1. And good opportunity here for Westchester. Good shot as you see Ryan Evans is back on the ice. And now he's that leg seems to be fine. Oh, that was the crossbar. But not in the net, off the crossbar, and back down into the Westchester zone. Picked up by L, coming up. Through the neutral zone, off the mark. Unable to control that pass was Finnerty. Oh, shot all the way down on net by Barry. This is L behind the net now, trying to create the breakout. Being watched by Doreski. 1:20 left to go in the power play for Westchester. This is Finnerty coming in. He's pushed off by Miller. Finnerty gets in, and Jones with a nice save. Jones making himself big as Finnerty came walking around Miller and took that shot. Good save by Brandon Jones, who's not really seen a lot of pucks tonight. He's seen more probably in the third period than he's seen the whole game, but 17 shots through a period and through two and a quarter periods is not a lot of shots. Face off to the left of Jones, and that's Doreski on the draw. He wins it back. Miano to Cartwright with the puck, fires it in.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes, get your representative ready. We'll be announcing the winning ticket number.
Up the wall. Touch pass, Walsh dumps it in deep. This is trolling it was Jones, and then got it to Miano, and eventually it's out of the zone. As the Stony Brook Seawolves go for a change. Coming in now is Albanese, and Albanese is dumped. Guess we're going to have another penalty on the Seawolves. And this is something that Coach Garofalo was talking about earlier tonight before the game regarding penalties. And the Seawolves have been taking a boatload of penalties lately. And in some of these games that they're playing, that they're winning, that's one thing, but it's just you don't want to get into any bad habits. The Seawolves, I guess the penalties on 18 on Freely. All right. Off the wall and out of the zone. And dumping all the way in behind the net. Jones gets it up the wall. Getting that puck is Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh skating in, one-on-one, coming in, shooting. Block and save by Rice. Coming up, the puck is Ale now through the neutral zone. Trying to get around Barbera, no sail. Here comes Barbera in on a breakaway semi with Mokikio. And not able to get him, but Barbera turns all the way around. Now he shoots, save. And the puck is loose. And, Yep, we saw a punch being thrown there. I don't know. Yep, 20 threw a punch, but I don't know whether or not the referee saw it or not. Yeah. I think we're going to have Okikio is going to go in the box for the Seawolves, and there'll be one of the Westchester players as well will go in. It probably will be Evans, sorry. Yep. Evans will go in for Westchester. Again. And the faceoff should be inside the Westchester zone. We come out to neutral ice. And -6 left to go in the third period. Face-off won by the Seawolves. Camp trying to get it to Casano. Unable to do it. Here comes Zale breaking in on left wing. Ooh, and he's shouldered. Oh, that was actually, it wasn't Zale. I apologize. That was number 19, Koza. Wrist shot from the point. Saved by Jones. And the rebound kicks to the corner. Barry now digging hard, going hard against Sklodowski, who comes away with the puck. Casano off the wall and out of the zone. This is Miller over to Barry, as Barry was being watched by McMahon. Casano now loses the handle on it, but it was out of the zone, so it's offsides. Again, Westchester will be back here tomorrow, and there'll be another game at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow, and that will end the regular season. Face-off in neutral zone. Dugan in to get the puck. Miller, nice job defending on Dugan. Dorfschneider with the puck now, coming off the wall. Looking for options. 12 seconds to go in the power play. Back behind the net, controlling it is Westchester. Shot high off the glove, into the glove of Jones, as Finnerty tried to get one high. Oh, okay. I didn't even realize it, but the Stony Brook Seawolves changed goalies. Scarola's in net now for the Seawolves. Jones is on the bench now, and 3 seconds left to go. That was a good save by Scarola, coming in all cold and everything. It was very tough for goalies to do that. This is Finnerty now being watched by Casely. And that puck goes up to Hawkins, and Hawkins controls it down low to Miano. Back behind the net, up to Miller. Miller hoists one through the neutral zone. Skating hard as Hawkins, coming hard and coming out to get it. Nice play by Rice to deny Hawkins. And Hawkins now with the puck. Hoisted in on the backhander, on goal to Rice, and he'll hold. And we'll have a face-off. Face-off be to the left of Rice. JT Miller on the draw for the Seawolves. And won by Westchester. To the neutral zone. Turned over. Seawolves get it back. Hawkins to JT Hall, coming down on left wing, on the off wing, cuts across, trying to find Brewster. And Brewster's taken out of the plate, spun out. Nice play by Hawkins in the neutral zone. Taking that puck away from Jensen. This is now Kavanaugh skating up through the neutral zone with speed. Coming through, this is Matt Kavanaugh coming in, shoots, and it deflected to the corner. Kavanaugh back on defense now, watching that puck in it. As it's loose, Vinny Lopes winds and shoots high over the top of the net. Back down low. Hawkins battling hard down, keeping that puck in the zone. Stony Brook doing an excellent job on the forecheck. Out into the neutral zone. Nice play by Miano to take out Beal. And Dureski with the puck. Nice play. Barbera breaking in, coming all alone. Oh, and he just couldn't get a shot off, but he was hooked. And we're going to have a penalty. Lopes controls the puck. To Casano, breaking in. Casano coming in. Puck's behind the net, tries to get it to Dureski, and Nick gets a weak shot on goal, and we'll have the penalty call. And now the incidental minors are up. Okikio and Evans will be back. And Westchester will have another 2 minutes to kill off as number 9, that's Adrian Case, will go off for hooking. That's the first. Stony Brook has had the last 5 or 6 penalties. And puck controlled by the Seawolves. Down low, Hawkins. Over to Satola. Back to Casano. Puck flicked off his stick.
259, 198. 259, 198.
Up the wall. Casano keeps it in on the line. Good job by Dan. Back up the wall to Kavanaugh. Picks it up. And tries to get it back to Hawkins, but it's out of the zone. As Hawkins takes it all the way back behind the net and sets up. Here comes Kavanaugh. Over to Hawkins. Back to Casano. Casano through the neutral zone to Kotkamp. He's got Satola. Satola to Kotkamp. Kotkamp now makes a move, trying to get around Evans. Back up the wall to Casano. Keeps it in to Kotkamp. Kotkamp, nice move to Satola. Cross-ice pass. Didn't go. Now this is Barbera to Casano. Back down to Satola to Kotkamp. Satola back to Barbera and over to Casano, but McMahon made a nice play to prevent that play from working. As Stony Brook now will go for a change and bring their next crew out. 28 seconds left to go in the power play for the Seawolves. Scarola gets it back behind the net to Cartwright as Cartwright breaks out through the neutral zone now, coming through with speed. This is Cartwright now. Cartwright makes a play, cross the play to Lopes, to Barbera. Barbera controls and gets it over to Lopes. Vin Lopes with the puck behind the net. Nice pass out in front. Would not go to Brewster. Jareski picks it back up to Barbera, trying to make a play. Good defensive play there, knocking that puck down. Jareski trying to go through traffic and not able to get it out. Go through. As now play goes all the way in. This is Finnerty chasing the puck down in the Stony Brook zone. Picked up by Lopes. Lopes spins and turns all the way out now. And Lopes through the neutral zone with speed. Vinny Lopes down on right wing. 3-on-2. Lopes throws it across to Brewster. Could not finish the play. Picked up by Lopes. Back to Barbera, who's in. Again, Barbera hooked and not able to get a shot off. Brewster wicks in. He shoots. Saved by Rice. Stony Brook just all over, dominating the Westchester team. This is Barbera now, controls it again. Over to Miano. The power play has been over for a while. It looks like it's still on. And now Westchester looks like they'll get out of the zone. Miano holds it at the blue line, and everyone's got to come out. Matt gets it over to his defensive partner, Barry. Chris Joseph was given a 5-minute slashing penalty. He's gone for the game, and D is basically rotating 5 defensemen. And nice play there by Barry to get that puck through, but looks like the Westchester player took a knee in the boards there. It's number 27, Jensen. And Bokikio now and Freely are out there creating some hay. This is Freely, controls the puck on the wall. To Amodio. Amodio back to the point to Cartwright. Over to Miller. Tries to get a quick shot off. Didn't get it all. Now here's a pass down the wall. Trying to get Sladowski broke free, but the pass is off the mark. Picked up by Cartwright off the wall to Freely, just out of his reach. We got 1:40 left to go in the game as Walsh gives Miller a squeeze on the boards. Back to the point. Shot. Blocker down by Amodio. Nice block by Mike. Not allowing that to go through. Scarola with another save. And someone's going to go. Miller just sent Mango sailing as he'll go for 2 minutes right at the end of a little scrum down at the bottom down there. Well, maybe because it's under 2 minutes left to go, these go into the locker room. Yeah, he's going off the ice. It probably would be more than a 2-minute penalty, but we'll see what the call is. All right, just waiting for the call with minute 17 left to go. Again, we want to thank everybody for watching the Stony Brook Seawolves against Westchester University. And we'll be back again tomorrow. So I can guarantee you one thing, tomorrow's game will be closer, as they usually are. As Kotkamp will now go sit in the box for Miller, who's been shown the gate, so probably just a regular minor. Oh, you got a 4-minute, so double minor. So, all right, face-off to the right of Jones. We are down to the last minute 17. And nice play by J.T. Hall as Westchester will come back up with the puck and being watched by Wes Hawkins on that forecheck. Puck's in the neutral zone, and good job by Hawkins to throw it back in and not allow Westchester to get going. We're under a minute, as our PA announcer has so boldly missed 3 times tonight. Usually we hear the 1-minute mark and we know, but we understand. Anyway, we have under a minute left to go, and the Seawolves are on the PK, but you would never know it right now. So in through the neutral zone. And puck is loose. Mango trying to get it down low. Picked up by Albanese, and looks like we're going to have another stoppage of play here. Someone else is going to go to the sin bin, and this will be a Westchester player with 17 seconds left to go. Connor Walsh will go off for 2 as we are getting right down to the end. And Cartwright's in the box, so it's coincidental minors. Yeah. All right, face off to the right of Scarola. And Dureski wins the draw and fires all the way down. And that'll probably do it, as the Stony Brook Seawolves have extended their 7-game winning streak and will look to extend it even further tomorrow, as they will face off again against Westchester. As just to recap the scoring real quickly for the third period, there was only 1 goal scored. Was Ryan Kotkamp from Chris Joseph. And Ryan Kotkamp himself tonight has 3 points. Chris Joseph has 3 points. Dan Casano has 3 points. Wesley Hawkins has 2 points. And a lot of Stony Brook people, players on the scoring, assist-wise and everything else. On behalf of, I'd like to thank Dominic for helping us out tonight with the camera. We hope to see Dominic in the lineup next year for the Seawolves, as we know Dominic and the family. Anyway, the skaters are all shaking hands. Take care. Shaking hands, and we'll salute the crowd. And we'll be back again tomorrow to do this again. Thanks for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Thanks for watching Seawolves Hockey Live. On behalf of Trevor Mignani, Andy Mignani, and Dominic Fiore, we'll see you tomorrow.